Good morning, everyone. This is North Shore Preparedness coming to you from the beautiful shores of Lake Ontario. Today is Saturday, September the 26th, 2020, and it's an absolutely beautiful morning. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning. We're running about 16 degrees or somewhere around 62 for my American brothers and sisters. So, yeah, we're coming to you this morning literally from the beautiful shores of Lake Ontario. Let me see if I can flip this around and give you guys a view of that without causing too much problem with the camera here. Here you go, guys. We are literally on the shores of Lake Ontario. I'm on a bluff here above the water. Oh, I'm probably about 100 feet above the water. This is almost goes pretty much straight down. It drops. There's a big drop off here right against the shore. And such a nice morning. I decided I wanted to come down here and have my coffee out here. It's a nice peaceful spot. You know, see the water, the waves rolling in. If there's any big boats coming in, you know, have a look at that, check it out. It's just an absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous morning. So I thought I'd come down here, have my coffee, and you know, relax and enjoy that this morning. And it got me to thinking, you know. It made me, you know, things go through my mind all the time. And one of the things that is going through my mind this morning is thinking about bugging out and what our options are. You know, like if you've got a bad situation in your area and you need to GTFO, you know, what are your options? You know, a lot of people have vehicles. Like we're in cities, we got vehicles. We can get out of town that way, or if the roads are closed, like I'm on a walking trail right here, right now. You know, we could use bicycles and go cross country on these sort of walking trails, or on foot, you know. And tow a buggy or a wagon, or you know, whatever we can carry on our backs and our bug out bags, and we can get out that way. Like as long as you know your way across country. If you're going by foot, you know, and you don't want to use the main roads and stuff like that, you want to sort of remain incognito a little bit, or a little bit unseen. Our options are to go across country, you know, via these trails, or straight up, even right through the woods and the countryside. Like if you know your countryside well enough, right? So how prepared are you to do that? You know, if you can't go by car or bicycle or something like that, how prepared are you to go across country? You know, carry your 25 or 30 or 40 pound bug out bag on your back if you've got a straight up walk and you can't use you know, you can't use a bicycle or a vehicle or anything like that, and you just got to carry your stuff and walk. Are you fit for the task? You know, like there's plenty of people out there who could barely walk around the block, right? So we got to be up for the task. You got to be fit enough to carry your pack. You got to be fit enough to straight up to just walk whatever distance it is, right? And I mean, we could all use more exercise, myself included. In our day-to-day lives, you know, it's so busy that sometimes it's tough to get the time to get that sort of cardio and exercise in, you know, and unless you're doing it regularly, a person might really find it challenging when the time comes and, you know, something happens, boom, you got to pick up your bag and start walking. A lot of us just aren't fit to the task. So it's important to start working on things like that, you know, depending on your scenario, where you are, the likelihood that you would have to GTFO at any given moment. Say there's a fire in your house and you got to get out, right? You got to pick up your bag and go. You might not have to go far, but you got to be ready to pick up your bag and go. So, you know, those are some of the ways that we can do that. We can pick up our bag, put it on our back, and just walk out the door. We can throw it in the car if the roads are passable, and you know, not a hazard to transverse. You know, you can pick up your bag, throw it in the car, and go that way. But if the roads are all blocked, you know, you're either on bicycle. If you're going through the woods, your bicycle ain't going to do you too much good, unless you've got a, you know, a four-wheeler or an ATV or a dirt bike or something like that. So, you know, there's a number of options we can talk about when we need to bug out, and those are a few of them, right? Now, there's an option that I had thought of that maybe some people didn't, which is kind of one of the reasons I wanted to come down here and have my coffee this morning as well. And another option is using the water to bug out, if you've got some water near you, right? If you've got some water near you and the roads are impassable and the countryside or the terrain, you know, just isn't suitable for you to transverse, you can always use the water to bug out. Do you have water around you? You know, if you've got a lake, you know, such as this. Wow, this is a pretty big lake. It would be hard to canoe across this lake with much ease, but you know, you could certainly on a canoe or small small boat, you can certainly get a good ways up the shoreline with a lot more ease than walking across. You know, you can see this is pretty rugged shoreline. It's not bad right down on the beach there. It's fairly good and flat, and you could walk there without too much problem. See, there's some people walking down there this morning. But up on here, you know, look at how thick that is. It's very difficult to get through that sort of stuff. So using the water might be an option if you've got a lake, series of rivers, or passable waterways in your area. Okay, do you know those waterways? You know, would you be able to get from one spot to another using those waterways? Do you have access to a boat or know someone that does? You know, if you had to and you found yourself at a body of water and you came across a boat you could use, do you know how to use one? That's another thing. Do you know your way around a watercraft well enough that you could get it going if it was a powered vessel and navigate to where you needed to go? Now, say it's too dangerous to do it during the day, and it's something you'd want to do under the cover of night. You know, how do you navigate during the night on a boat? Say you're in a canoe or whatever. I had a buddy of mine. He was up north fishing. We often, years gone by, have gone up to Lake Temagami and you know, gone way out on the lake on a boat and found a nice campsite, and we used to do that for a number of years. And it was a sizable boat ride. It was almost an hour each way from the dock to the campsite. So he was telling me one year he was on his way back to the dock from the campsite, and the morning he had to bust out of camp, it was just foggy, like thick like pea soup. He said he couldn't see 2 feet in front of him on the water. Well, he used an app he had on his phone, a locational app. I'm not sure if it was for that lake or for fishing that lake or whatever it was, but he used that app on his phone and successfully navigated his way out in pea soup fog. safely. He said it was great. He said it was awesome. He said it was a little scary and treacherous, but that's an option for navigating in sort of unnavigatable conditions like darkness, fog, things like that. So there's a little idea I wanted to share with you guys on you know, your options for bugging out, and using the water as an option I had thought of that a lot of you may not have considered, and it's a good viable option. You know, you can see there's very few people down here. At nighttime it would be significantly less. So you know, there's safety out there. You can take your boat out onto the water and you can anchor out there, and you know, nobody's getting to you unless they have a boat themselves. So it can be a place that can provide you safety, you know, as opposed to traveling the roadways if you know, there's an element of danger there, or cross country in uncertain terrain and things like that. So using the water might be an easier option if you have some in your area that that you can use, if you have like I said, access to a canoe, dinghy, anything like that. Maybe a friend's got a boat, something like that. It's another viable option a person could use to bug out. And I mean, if you're bugging out across the water, well, you don't have any problems with drinking water, as long as you got the apparatus in your bug bag to clean it out. You know, your life straw or whichever device you happen to have in your bag. So that's just a little something I wanted to bring to you guys today, down here on the beautiful shores of Lake Ontario, while I was having my morning coffee. All right, Lori, I don't know if you're still over at your folks' place. If you are, wave. Hi, I'm just across the lake. So I hope everyone's staying well and safe. I hope everyone is good this morning. It's a beautiful day. It's going to be a great day to get a lot of things done, which is what my plan is going to be. My garden's banging, so I'm going to go home, get some of that going, and you know, get some more stuff put into the pantry. Is what my plan is for the day. So so that's what I've got for you guys. Stay well and safe all. This is going to be north, out for now.